Over there.
Okay, wait, van. Okay.
Shut up! You took like 50 fucking farts in that van.
I did. I'm
taking
explaining.
farts the
I'm
entire
explaining
time.
the fucking van.
And we are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 6 here of the Husky Experience.
Hell yeah. Go around the room. Introduction. Luke, start us off.
I'm Luke. I'm also known as the Duke.
Or the douche. I am Patrick.
I am Evan.
I'm Jack.
I'm Reuben, also known as the Rook.
What?
And I'm Chad, the
Chad.
guy.
Yeah.
Finally makes an appearance.
As you know, we have talked about Chad on every episode of this podcast so far. I don't even think. What are you doing? Why are you looking at that?
Making sure we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
All right, fine. Well, you know, we love Chad, so he's here, and I'm surprised. Why don't we have him in the intro? I don't think we have him in the intro yet.
Not yet.
No, yeah, we don't have him in the intro yet, so this is your first time seeing him.
And aren't you glad you're seeing him?
Aren't you glad to see him? Look at this guy. This dude.
You may notice that my hair is purple. And there's a story behind that. So,
Go ahead, Chad.
Sure, I introduced.
before school started, we decided to play a game of What Are the Odds?
Mhm.
And it was out of 15.
Mhm.
And somehow, Abby picked 2. Who the fuck picks 2? And I ended up having to bleach my hair. And then, for a period of time, it was orange.
It was it was blue.
No. When they bleached it, it turned out orange
Oh
for a
my
bit.
God. Jesus.
Abby has a picture of it. And then Nathan brought in his, like, baby blue hair dye.
Names, Chad. No names.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, some dude brought in his baby blue hair dye. And he rubbed it into my hair. And it came out blue for a bit. But it was, like, mermaid blue. You know what I'm talking about?
It was not a good blue. It wasn't a very nice blue at all.
So, Cole gave me the idea to just dye it purple because it looked like I had, like, school spirit or something.
Yeah.
So, it ended up like that.
Who the fuck picks 2?
Yeah,
who-
I know.
who the
I-
fuck
Good
picks
question.
2? Yeah.
Like, if I was picking a number out of 25, 7 would immediately be my
It was
answer.
15.
And out of 15, still 7.
Seven, right?
7's such a
7.
good number.
No, like, you think they choose, like, the higher end of, like,
Yeah,
the
I
numbers.
picked 14.
Yeah.
2?
Who fucking picks 2?
Well, obviously you did, so.
Yeah, you
Okay.
dumbass.
Moving on.
How's the IMA, Chad? you holding down the fort over there, or what?
I've been out for a week because of a back injury.
And how did
What
you
were you
try
doing?
He was trying to lift every single weight at the IMA simultaneously.
Like a year ago, I got like a bad back injury doing a max deadlift.
Uh-huh,
And,
that's
like,
what happened.
Yeah. I had
Deadlifting.
pretty good form, but
Uh-huh.
like when I went down, something like popped,
Oh.
and I was out for like a straight 3 days and couldn't like move my legs for a little bit.
Oh,
3
shoot.
days.
3 whole days of not working out.
No,
Look at
no.
this guy.
The not working out lasted like actually the first like few days after I could move. I tried going back, but that didn't work out.
As a Chad would do.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like it's pinching my sciatic nerve.
Ooh.
So it just sends pain down my left leg, and it's like when you stand up, it feels like someone just stabbed you right in your thigh.
Hey.
Bet that
You
feels
get
good.
used to it though.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing to keep pushing. You know. Yeah. Chad, you're from Hawaii.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference, here on the mainland?
It's colder here.
It's colder.
It's so much colder.
Now, you were saying, when we first met you, you're from Hawaii and stuff. You don't really when you lived there, you weren't like the biggest fan of the beach.
Yeah, I didn't really like going to the beach that much because, there's sand everywhere and like.
Oh yeah.
It gets
point.
everywhere. It's like coarse, rough.
I get it. 'Cause
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
watched
Indeed,
Star
I hate
Wars.
sand.
No, but like, you hang around and do something enough times, you realize that it gets kind of boring after a while.
Mhm.
And there's only so many times you can go to the same beach over and over again.
Yeah, my goodness.
Well-
Paradise, am I right? Oh, man.
What
Get
was
sick of
your
it.
least favorite thing that tourists would do when you were living in Hawaii? Like, you probably got a fair amount of interaction with them, right?
Yes. Top thing not to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't try to mimic our form of speech.
Do not mimic their form of speech.
How's it?
Number one.
Yeah. How's it? It depends on how you say. Because if there's a certain like intonation you can use,
Yeah,
and
what
it
does that-
sounds like
what does that
you're
mean?
local. How's it? It's like, how are you doing?
How's it?
Yeah.
It's like a thing if you watch Jamie O'Brien vlogs, you'd have picked it up. On
Alright,
that, but-
yeah. You know,
so there's like,
If you-
how's it? And before you go, like, kind of brush up on like some of the culture, because you don't want to be the guy that shows up and be like, oh, hi guys, can we go to Paia?
What's that?
Exactly. You don't know.
I don't know
There's
that.
certain pronunciations to the places.
Uh-huh.
So there's like Paia. There's like a little a tick mark that like means you separate the two words.
Uh-huh.
But
Is that what the apostrophe is for?
yeah, you put
It's
like a
not
little cut.
Hawaii.
You put
It's
a cut.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii. So
Hawaii.
like the
Fuck.
You uncultured swine.
the W's are like V's over there, and
There's an apostrophe in between the two V's of the W.
yeah. So there's like a little. You have to like.
That's not funny.
You have to put like a little like cut in between the two letters.
Okay.
So
Good to know. Good
how
to
do you
know.
say it again?
Hawaii.
Hawaii? I didn't know
Yeah. So that's one of the big things.
Okay.
And there's like big tourist spots, but the main thing is like don't litter. Don't like
That's a
try
big
to,
one.
Don't
Don't
yeah,
litter.
Don't litter. Don't
Jack.
Two.
I actually see
Don't
a lot.
litter.
I see a
What
lot
happened
less
to-
littering on the West
don't
Coast than I do on the
discriminate,
East
huh?
Coast, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot less. Mostly because there's trash cans everywhere here.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough for Jack, but I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of trash cans. So yeah.
Fuck you guys.
And I guess this one's not really a big thing, but like people are gonna be late to scheduled times.
Mm-hmm.
Island time.
Yeah, because like if it says 6
'Cause you-
o'clock, we're
'cause
probably
you-
gonna show up around like 6:30.
Because you're living in paradise.
Yeah, because
Like
we don't
most people.
we don't have a sense of time. No, we just relax. We don't set up exact date. If it's like a business meeting, you'll show up at 6. But if it's like a party, it's like 30 minutes behind.
Yeah, that's kind of what everyone does.
People
Yeah.
party in Hawaii.
Now, I was talking to you earlier this week, and you said you're missing the beach now, Chad.
Yeah.
What's that all about? You change your mind all of a sudden.
You don't realize you like something until it's like taken away from you.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, like the option of being able to go to the beach,
Mhm.
and enjoy yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Now, something I'm noticing about college at this point is now that we're hitting like the 2-3 month mark, people are really starting to miss home, and especially
I miss home a lot, yeah.
especially
Yeah,
with
definitely.
Thanksgiving being right up on the radar. A lot of people who haven't been home in several months, and now they're about to go home, and they're like getting all anticipated about it, and they're like, yes,
Yeah.
I get to go home now. And like I don't know, the homesickness is really starting to set in.
Yeah. I
You
don't.
can't?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, Pat,
'cause-
it's okay. We'll hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get to hang out with Chad. That's fucking
Mm.
dope. I'm pumped, actually. I'm gonna get huge, dude. We're gonna be at the IMA every day.
Okay, I'm not even
He's gonna
that big.
force-
Can I join this
Chad,
psychiatric thing? I'm not
Dude,
going
you're
to lie,
like
though, so-
700 pounds.
Are we getting
bro.
Jack to be 220?
Huh?
I think you could be 220 pounds by the end of this week.
I'm 180 right now.
I think we can do it.
You're
By
180.
the end
Yeah.
of the week?
He's like almost my weight.
Yeah.
By Thanksgiving, enough turkey and creatine together, I think we'll
40 pounds?
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
I'm not being realistic, Chad.
Okay. But yeah, definitely, yeah, a lot of people are homesick, but I mean, I don't really. The only thing I miss about home is, like, I'm looking forward to winter break, because I bought, like, a New England ski pass thing,
Yeah.
so, and it's such a nice deal, so I'm just going to ski every day while I'm home. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, yeah.
That is the only thing I miss. Everything else,
What about the ice cream you were talking about? You were talking about like some famous ice cream in Rhode Island.
what?
Never mind.
You don't have famous, I mean, I guess we have, I don't know what you're talking about, but we have Newport Creamery.
Yeah, that
with the
thing, whatever. It is.
Awful Awfuls. They're
Yeah,
they're
that's what it
milkshakes.
was called.
When did I ever mention that?
I don't know. I
completely
just remember things.
forget. All right. Well, I guess you do. That's crazy how the brain works, huh?
Man,
Uh,
nothing terrifies me more than skiing. Like I've never gone skiing in my
Really?
life, but I think every single time that I see somebody with like a cast on their arm or who has
Yeah.
crutches or something,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, how'd that happen? double black diamonds.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's what
feel
you see
like
on
yeah.
the bunny hills.
Uh-huh.
I would
No,
be, I would be
last
scared
part
of
of
you
the day. That's
skiing.
the worst.
You'd be scared of me skiing?
Yeah, I feel like you would not stop.
Barrel down. Yeah, just
Yeah,
take the little
yeah,
kids
exactly.
out.
Just have a tank going down the mountain.
My eyes just like roll back and just start going.
I really do want to try skiing.
Yeah, we gotta go up some because we're
Yeah,
pretty
there's-
close to the mountains here.
Especially around here, it's so accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of mountains and stuff.
January is like probably a good time for that then, right?
Winter in general. Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have seasons.
Snow.
I live near the equator. I'm Was that synchronized?
Yeah. Yeah. What else we got?
KSI Logan Paul that.
Oh yeah, shout
Yeah.
out.
What?
Later we'll be talking about KSI versus Logan
So
Paul.
stick around.
So stick around.
Shout out!
Shout
Shout
out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's JJ.
So I guess next here. Well, you said you have some interesting stories
Oh,
about your friends
yeah.
back home. So tell us like one or two here.
So I have a friend back home, and we'll say his name is Jay for reference. His name's not actually Jay.
That's a cap.
Yeah,
my
no,
middle
that's his
name.
name's actually not Jay. We'll just say his name's Jay. And Jay was a fucking nut job. So, off the top of my head, the things I can list that were the craziest. He lit a car on fire in,
That's
the,
not
middle,
smart.
in
Alright.
the middle of a dry field. And the
What?
fire...
Is there context that makes this less
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
No.
No. I love that.
Just like a Tuesday night.
No, exactly.
On
They just
fire.
got bored and they went out to the middle of fucking nowhere and they lit a car on fire with gasoline.
Mhm.
If Evan
Was it their car?
No.
No, it's some random car that they found.
It was an abandoned car.
Oh.
It wasn't used. It was just like an abandoned car.
Oh, alright.
And the firemen got called on them.
Well, yeah, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
See,
But
usually when there's like a fire, the firemen come because it's
yeah,
kind of their job.
fair.
Yeah.
And
That was funny, Patrick. Good sarcasm.
the thing is,
Thanks.
they never got caught for it because the fire just burned down any evidence they had there. And they left, I think, 5 or 10 minutes before the fire trucks got there. So they just made it out.
Oh
They
man.
would have gotten in so much trouble.
Another thing I
Yeah,
can
that
think of
would've-
is they stole the football equipment from the school.
Just like all of the pads.
Yeah, they broke in, they stole the padding, and they went to the harbor, the pier, and they just ran headfirst at each other. They got the padding because they didn't want to hurt themselves.
Mhm.
And then...
Is there just nothing to do in Hawaii? Is
Yeah,
that why they do this?
There really is nothing to do. And then they dumped the football equipment onto some random dude's lawn,
Aw.
and then they dipped.
They didn't like put it back.
Yeah, why would
No, they didn't put it
back?
back. They just left it on some dude's lawn.
That guy
And
got
then-
framed hard.
Yeah. And then, so this guy was also known as being like the drug lord of our school.
Nice.
So if there was like anything drug related, you go to him.
Hence why you're good friends with him. Yeah.
No, yeah, sure. And I was actually involved in some of the experiments he did. I helped make some of those. So fun fact, you can. No, fun fact.
Okay.
Alright.
I didn't help with this one, but fun fact, you can boil like cough syrup, and in like a crock pot, and it gets
Like
it-
codeine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It like does something to it, and if you do some kind of acid-base reduction, you get pure DXM. And
What's DX?
What is DX?
it's dextromethorphan. I actually did my research project on this in high school.
Cool.
So it's like it's antitussive, and it just makes you fucking like go out of your body mind. Like it's a
Like
dissociative.
a dissociative type of thing.
Oh, this reminded me of another one.
Evan's like, okay.
This guy's getting incriminated.
Yeah.
High key.
Yes. Yes.
High key. Well, we don't know his name.
Oh.
Jay.
Yeah.
It's Jay.
It's
Jay.
not actually Jay. There's a camp on the island. It's up in the mountains. It's called Camp Maluhia. And you can go up there, and it's usually rented out in the summer for like Boy Scouts, because you can have like a little wilderness thing around there. So they went up there, and they brought all the equipment necessary. They broke into one of the cabins while it was not being used, and all the electricity was still running, and they decided to get blasted on DXM.
Right.
And
As one does.
And some of the best quotes I've heard from them during that time, because they remember like parts of it, but not all of it. My favorite one was one of my other buddies, S, let's say.
You're just giving them letters? Not
Yeah,
giving them
I'm
names?
just giving them letters.
Alright, understandable.
He said, guys, I think this is a simulation. I swear to God, I can see the code.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah,
Shout
so,
out the Matrix.
yeah, so Jay was not a normal kid.
Yeah, no, definitely doesn't
Doesn't
seem
sound
like
like
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he also snorted Ritalin in the middle of his class. And
Wow.
But he did really well in that class.
Yeah, he probably did well. Yeah,
no, but like it was like all crushed up powder, and
it's
it
probably health class.
it was biology class.
Oh my god.
And he carried it around in these emptied out pencil tubes. Like, you know those really cheap mechanical pencils? Like,
Yeah. The ones that you, like, if you get rid of the lead in the middle, then you can keep something in
He
it.
used to keep them in those until he switched to the pipette things that he stole from the biology lab. And
That's actually smart, though.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You click the bottom of the pen, and then it just, like, kind of it disperses a little bit of whatever you have inside of it.
yeah.
if
So
you're-
Jay was an intelligent kid.
Yeah.
He was hella smart. He like
Mm.
knew all the chemical compounds.
Just didn't apply himself to.
Exactly.
I mean, sounds like he did.
He did.
Yeah.
He went to college. So, yeah. So he's end up. So one of my other friends bumps into him, and he ends up spilling all of his Ritalin onto the table, and it's like powder coating the entire desk.
Jesus.
And he's like,
So he does all
"What
of
did you
it.
do?" And then he's like trying to rub it back into his container, and the teacher walks by. She takes one look at the table, and she says, "Oh, what is that? Cornstarch?" And she just walks right past him, doesn't question a thing, because the other friend that bumped into him was like the goody goody.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought there's no way that that's cocaine
Uh-huh.
or like Ritalin or Adderall.
Yeah.
So he got away with having, I swear, like at least 5 ounces of Ritalin on the table.
That's
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
And he just got away with
That's a
it.
good story.
I respect that.
Well, we have a nice story. We went camping, folks, and
Wow.
we went camping.
I think that Jack should be the first to speak on camping.
Yeah, Jack, you want to tell us about your
I
camping?
really don't.
You don't? All right.
No.
Well, we all have mixed feelings about this camping trip.
This is
Luke-
fucking shit.
I'm gonna agree with Jack on this one.
It looked like so much fun on the
It was a
Instagram.
great time.
I wasn't in that video because I wasn't having any fun.
Oh.
So here's how it went, right? I know they're watching this though, so like I don't want to like. Fuck.
No, that's nothing to do with them. I'll tell you why it was shit for me, right? Because I had to be the father of that fucking
I
camping
heard about
trip.
that.
They only show you the good stuff on camera. They don't show you the bad stuff behind the camera. Well, I had to like pick up Joey, take him to take a dump.
Let's give them a rundown of what actually happened.
Yes.
This weekend, we went camping.
Yeah.
We went out to the woods. I biked with someone else. The rest of the people got in a van and drove there.
Okay, wait, van. Okay.
Shut up! You took like 50 fucking farts in that van.
I did.
You
I'm
kept taking
explaining.
farts the
I'm
entire
explaining
time.
the fucking van.
All right, can we get through the explanation of what we
I'm
did?
explaining the van.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
He's very mad about this, actually.
Yeah, no, I am
You're the
so.
one taking farts. Why are you mad?
I'm mad because we're sitting on the floor in the back of a moving van. It's a moving van.
All right, so bang table first of all. Watch out. Second of all, I biked with someone else. The other people were in a moving van with no seats in the back. Just like throw them all in there.
Yes,
All right.
we're like puppies on the way to a goddamn shelter.
They get there. They set up some hammock camping. They skip some rocks. I assume that's all you did.
Yeah, that's literally all we fucking did.
All right.
I heard you're really good at skipping rocks.
No, that's Joey. Joey's
Joey,
unreal.
yeah.
Joey.
I get there with my bike and someone else. I set up my hammock. We skip some more rocks. We start a fire. I'm enjoying it. We're just listening to music by the fire. We got the tents.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait.
He wasn't having
Can I
it.
say something?
Chat.
I don't know, can
I
you?
heard from Pat. So apparently they didn't bring a lighter or any lighter.
No.
fluid.
Wait, did we have a lighter?
No.
Yeah, no, we didn't have a lighter.
They didn't
Yeah.
bring a lighter or any lighter fluid. So Luke brought flint and steel and lint to make the fire.
And it
You
worked,
think so
ladies and
you think so
gentlemen.
in fucking Minecraft or something. You think so in Minecraft. Just get the damn lighter and get the lighter
worked.
fluid
It
and let's
took
start the
like
damn
an
fire.
hour.
It took forever.
It did take a little bit of time, but that's
It took
number
so
one rule
long.
of starting fires is you gotta have patience.
Or
So-
use a lighter.
Yeah.
So we started the fire. We're all chilling by the fire, enjoying ourselves. For me, it's a great time listening to music. Everyone's talking, chatting. We jump into the Puget Sound in the middle of the night, freeze, come back, warm up by the fire, make marshmallows, Then we hit the hay. So the sleeping situation was set up.
Sounds dreadful.
Yeah.
Fucking dreadful.
Ruben's been sarcastic.
It gets worse.
I'm-
It gets way worse.
All right,
you
so-
said it better. It
What's
sounds
nice
awesome.
on
So
Night.
sleeping situation is I'm in a hammock. Patrick's in a hammock above me, which
Yep.
that was kind of fun.
It was like it's bunk hammocks.
Yeah, which was kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shut
yeah.
up! You guys argued for like 2 hours before that because you were afraid he's gonna keep taking farts onto it.
Which he didn't. And shout out to Patrick for not. I actually respect that big time.
Yeah.
And then we had Joey in a hammock up here, and then 2 girls under him sharing a hammock. All right. And then after that, my recollection stops because I go to bed and I have a great night of sleep.
Well,
and I wake
we
up.
also have 2 tents going on.
Oh yeah, and 2 tents: a girls' tent and a guy tent for the rest of the people.
And how many are in? I forget how
I
many.
don't
This is where I take the
Yeah.
the
Then
talking,
I'm
yeah?
out and I have a
Here's
great
where
night of sleep and I
have
wake
the
up
mic
happy.
now, yeah. So see, me and my friend, we come back like later on. First of all, we've been gone for like 2 hours, and these little fuckers don't even care to ask where
We
we've been.
knew where you
Shut
were.
Up. Shut up. So we were gone for like 2 hours, right? No one actually asks where we were. We come back. We have a girls' tent and a guys' tent, right? The girls' tent has like 5 girls, and they're supposed to have 2 sleeping bags, and the guys will have 2 sleeping bags where we lay out on the floor, right? But here's the thing. It's so bad. It's so bad. Eating nothing is better than eating that right now. I swear.
God.
It's terrible.
terrible.
Continue your story.
That's a real cliffhanger.
How could anybody eat this?
As you're eating it.
Anyway, okay, so we come back, and then as soon as I come back, I get a text. I really need to piss, Jack. What do I do? It's
This is Joey.
This is Joey, right? Joey's on the hammock. Under him, there's 2 girls. So if he tries to get out, they're both gonna wake up. So I have to go carry him out. At this point, I thought Joey's like maybe like 120, 130 pounds, right? It turns out he's just like me. He's like 170, 80.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, Joey looks like he's 130 pounds.
Yeah,
a big dude.
Yeah, but he's actually big, right?
Yeah.
So I have to
pretty tall.
fucking yeah, he's really tall. So I have to carry him out. And at first, we're like, you're expecting 120 pounds, right? So like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Where's all this weight coming from suddenly? Yeah, and then I nearly drop him. But then we get it out, right? And then we go, he takes a piss, and then he takes a shit, and then we come back.
BM.
And then we come back, and then guess what? There's only 1 sleeping bag, right? Which
In the guy's tent, you mean?
yeah, which is supposed to be spread out, and now we're 4 people. We're supposed to be spread out, but no, Hejun is stuck inside of it asleep. So we have to wake up Hejun. So then, yeah.
Someone.
Huh?
Names.
It's his roommate.
That's okay,
fine.
it's my roommate. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's not like anything bad happened. Anyway, so we woke him up, right? So we spread it out, and then we have like, we collected all the stuff we can find, right? So we have like maybe 2 blankets, maybe 1 pillow, or like 2 pillows, 2 blankets, something like that. And then like we're sharing it and whatnot. And then Hejun doesn't have anything, so Hejun has to sleep on his like backpack. He uses his backpack to sleep. And then we spread it out, and then we find out there's only one sleeping pad. What do you call it? Sleeping bag.
Bag
For
or
4
pad?
no bag for
Okay.
4 people, right? So
There's
then-
supposed to be 2 and 2, but amongst the 2
You're all
tents.
cheap. You're all cheap. Anyway, so I had to use the blanket I brought as a like a sleeping pad. So we put that, and it's like, oh my god, it's like fucking 1 a.m. on the cold, wet ground. The first time in my life I actually feel there's ground that's actually cold. I don't understand how that works, okay? It's cold and I'm fucking freezing, and I have a person here and a person here next to me. This person tells me, cuddle me, I'm cold. And this person here tells me, cuddle me, I'm cold. Joey, begging me, Joey's fucking begging me to spoon him. Yeah? And then but like we're wearing socks, which is like huge. Have you guys heard of this? Like,
Yeah, if you wear socks, it's not.
how? Anyway.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it either.
Please say
Anyway,
that all.
yeah, so okay. So then I had to take off my fucking layer to give it to the person next to me because they were shivering, like actual shivering, like this, like a fucking crackhead. Yeah. so I had to give it to them, but at that point I'm shivering. It's really fucking cold. But here was all the fun actually begins, right? Joey starts getting up, and I didn't know this before now, but even like Hejun right now, when we were walking back from like the Ave like an hour ago, he's telling me, "You remember when we were sitting in a tent? Joey was making weird noises like yeah." I didn't hear this before now, but like anyway. So then Joey starts sitting up and down. He's like, I don't feel good. Yeah.
His American accent.
But that's
was
Joey.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's Joey. So then he's like, I need to go to the bathroom. It was like 2 a.m. I had Luke's headlamp. So I was like, I'll take you. I didn't want Joey to go
Yeah.
like alone because like
Shout out to Jack for being a good
Yeah,
dad.
good
because
job.
I knew he wasn't like he's not in a space, right? So then I took him out like I don't know at that point what time it is. I took him there, right? And then he like puked like behind your bike or like the other person's bike, someone there. And then he's like, I need to take a shit. And that's like the 5th shit of the night, honestly. So
Mind you, what was his diet before this?
oh my god.
Hot Cheetos and no water.
Yeah,
Peanut
hot Cheetos,
butter.
no
And-
water,
and
peanut
and
butter.
cheese.
Tortilla.
Oh yeah, he had quesadilla.
Do you know what
He
his
has,
quesadilla was? It was tortilla, cheese, hot Cheetos. Close.
Yeah.
And here's the best part. They put it on the fucking fire. it burns from the outside, but the cheese is still not melted from the inside, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Anyway, like, so I took him to the bathroom, right? He goes inside to take a shit or whatever, and like imagine this is the door, right? I'm standing this side. He's in this side. He decides to text me to tell me, I think it was the hot Cheetos. Like, he can just say it out loud. Like, I literally hear him. There's like one door separate anything else. Anyway, then I take him. I'm like, are you done? He's like, yeah, I don't feel good. And then we go back. And then at that point, like, we're back in the tent. And then, like, for next hour or like 2 hours, like, mind you, this entire night, I got 1 hour of sleep. And like the entire 7 hours when these bitches were like sleeping.
I was sleeping like a baby. I slept like 9 hours.
I mean, I was a little cold, but I slept.
I was perfect temperature.
Chilling.
I had, like,
sleeping like a cold baby.
I had like a half, like maybe 1 inch thick fucking Seahawks blanket.
I thought you were going to say you had 1 inch of sleep.
Yeah.
That's probably better than whatever sleep I did. Oh my, it's just horrible. For the rest of the night, I was in the tent, right? And like, I think we even have a video. I'll show you guys later. I'm not gonna put it here, obviously. But yeah, and like I'm like trying to cuddle this person and this person, keep them warm, and then this person is like pissed because I'm cuddling this person, and then this person is pissed.
You can take Joey's name.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying the two people next to me in the tent, they're pissed because I'm not cuddling the other person and they're really cold. And I felt like, why is it? And in the end, I just gave up. I cuddled one person for 2 hours and I slept. And then I woke up.
Was it Joey?
It was
Yeah,
Joey.
yeah. When I woke up.
Was it actually Joey?
Yeah, I cuddled Joey. I don't give a shit anymore. I just want to sleep. Yeah, and then when I woke up, the other person gave me shit for not cuddling them at night. And apparently, they told me at night, weren't you not, hey, cuddle me, I'm cold. And I told them, like, nah. I said, leave me alone or something, and I went back to sleep. But anyway, throughout that night, Joey apparently, I remember Joey getting up and down, like, leaving the tent multiple times to take even more shits. I don't know how many shits he took,
And puke
honestly.
probably also.
Honestly, so many times. At that point, I was like, I don't give a shit anymore. I can't help him anymore, honestly.
Yeah. So poor Joey had a really rough time.
Mm-hmm.
Chad diagnosed it with.
It was cholera.
Chad thinks it's cholera. I think it's just the stomach flu. But whatever it
And
is,
Joey calls bullshit on the whole cholera thing.
yeah.
I call bullshit on the whole entire thing. I think there was nothing wrong with Joey. Sorry, Joey. But like on our way back, we sat him in the front seat, and then
You told me he got paralyzed for a little
yeah,
bit.
that's what I'm
That's what
saying.
he said.
He says he was sitting and then he felt paralyzed.
Yeah, because I thought that was like an actual thing. He got paralyzed for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like
Well,
shock.
either way, we feel bad for Joey. That's why he's not on the
We do,
podcast
we do.
right now. He's sidelined right now. So big ups to Joey. Feel better soon.
Yeah.
We miss you. But
yeah.
camping trip for me was a great time.
Yeah. So
Sounds like the girls were doing great.
Yeah, the girls
alright,
had
so-
the reason- the
I
reason-
just realized.
Yeah, the girls had the 3 sleeping bags and the guys had 1. So
Yeah.
the guys' tent got screwed by the girls.
Yeah.
But
You could have asked me for my sleeping bag. I have one up here.
Well, two.
Also, halfway
Oh.
through the night, okay, the person next to me got up to get their like jacket to cover up because they're so cold, and they couldn't find it. We woke up the next morning, found that Hee-Jun woke up in the middle of the night, found just someone else's backpack, opened it, scrambled through it, found the jacket, and used it as a blanket.
I mean, the guy's resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did that. I went out and I started going through Luke's stuff trying to find a blanket. I couldn't find anything. I found someone else's water.
I had a
drank-
towel you could have used.
I used my towel as a fucking blanket at
Yeah.
that point. It's like so cold. It's so cold.
Yeah, no, I had the great night. Like definitely one of the best nights since I've been at college, honestly.
So, fun
Yeah,
fact.
see, I slept well, but I'm
Blankets with you.
gonna tell you why I did not like this trip. So, we got there at 2:30 or 3 o'clock. Sunset is at 5:30.
Fucking daylight saving shit. It's
I
all
know.
a scam.
So we're there, and it's like we're there maybe like 3 hours of light, and my idea of fun is like doing stuff that's active, you know.
we talked about this.
Yeah, me and Jack talked about this, and like skipping rocks for 3 hours isn't my idea of a fun time, really. I mean, it's chill and laid back, but I like to do things, and we got there too late. Maybe if we went up Saturday, slept Saturday, I feel like Jack would not have liked sleeping there 2 nights in a row.
Fuck
But
no.
nonetheless, we would have had all day Sunday to mess around. I brought spike ball, we didn't do that. Brought a football, we barely did that. And it's like,
Poker, we didn't do that.
yeah, we didn't do poker either.
Why
And
didn't
it was
you do
like-
any of the fun things if you were so bored?
Well, because there
no
was
one
no
else wanted
di-
to do with
It was
them.
only me and him.
Yeah, it was me and Jack, and then
And Hee-Jun.
in Heijun, and Luke and Joey didn't want to do those things.
I
And
wanted
then
to start the fire. Thank you very much.
With your
Yeah,
flint and
with your
steel.
fucking flint and steel Minecraft
Fucking
boy.
Steve from Minecraft.
Jesus.
Wait,
But-
did you end up buying a lighter at some point throughout
No.
the night?
No, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Someone
They
did.
drove
Oh,
to
we
the
did,
race
yeah.
campaign, so they bought
Well,
lighter
so we
fluid.
couldn't get the fire started, so someone went to get it, and then by the time that they got back, we had gotten the fire started.
But then we did the next morning.
Yeah, so it ended up being good.
But yeah, I mean, also, yeah, no one wanted to play poker either. All the girls were like, nah, we just want to sit here around
And
the
take
fire
videos.
and take videos and listen to music. And that's just not really my vibe. And I felt like I knew that was gonna go, that was gonna happen
But you
going
played
into
yourself.
it. And I still went.
You guys trying to have a boys trip?
Yeah.
Boys
Honestly, a boys trip would be.
I'll hook up
so
a boys
fucking
trip
cool.
if you guys want me to.
We can bring
Just like-
pool
just like a-
cues.
just like a full setup.
I'm down.
Itinerary and shit.
Yeah.
Would you actually come though?
Oh! Evan!
Man, Chad, the story you were talking about, your friend lighting a car on fire, that kind of reminded me of a little tidbit of information back home. If you're ever in the Silicon Valley, so there's this one place we have called the car graveyard. So if you've ever killed somebody in your car before, then you might be able to relate to this. You might relate to this. But if there are bullet holes in your car, you can't just get rid of it, right? You can't just get rid of it at like some DOT lot or something because there are bullet holes in it. There's some dead body in it. So you need to get rid of it in a different way. And in the Bay Area, you know, we have San Jose, we have Oakland, we have a lot of places where there are cars with bullet holes in them that you need to dispose of. Sure. So this one cliff, if you go up Highway 9, there's this one little turnout for cars that doesn't have a little wall to stop you from pushing a car over a cliff. So a lot of people throw their cars into neutral and they literally just push these cars off of the cliff, and you can hike down to the bottom and you see there's like 10, 15 cars that they have like bullet holes and spray paint and like broken windows and stuff that are all just piled up at the bottom of this cliff, and it's fun to like hike around in there and check it out.
I'm totally checking that out.
Yeah, I can show it to you when we go back
I'm so
sometime.
down.
Like, that was just this is a side note.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll definitely be using that sometime.
Have you
Oh,
found,
yeah,
have you found any dead bodies?
I haven't found any dead bodies, but I have found some
found a live
suspicious
body.
paraphernalia.
Alright.
Like I found a meth pipe down there once.
Ooh.
It was still intact, so they must have not like chucked it off. They probably like went down there and then just dropped it or something. I don't know what the story was behind it, but regardless, you know, there's
Dust it for fingerprints or something.
Maybe it was
Get
like
the
a
full
magical
story.
magical meth pipe somehow survived.
the
it.
magical.
Right?
That's the only way to get your car back.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on the list.
Next on the list is Reuben, back to you.
Oh.
You were telling us the story like right before this about your floor getting written out.
Oh yeah, so
That's the experience.
the floor that I'm on in my residence hall recently had a dorm party. That it happened actually last night, and everybody got written up, and I'm a little bit terrified because everybody on my floor is going to be on probation in probably 2 or 3 weeks. And they were fun beforehand, right? You know, they were some groovy people on my regular guys, some nice guys, some cool guys, some regular looking guys, but
Guys.
normal guys, right? But the thing is, when you're on probation, you get a little kooky. You know, like you get a little.
And you can attest to
I can attest. I'm on probation. When you're on probation, you can't get in trouble again, or else you're on like double secret mega probation, and then you're actually in trouble. And these guys, if my entire floor's on probation, nobody's gonna want to get caught by an RA anymore, and I'm a little scared. They're gonna be all stiff. No more normal. They're gonna be too normal. I don't know what to expect.
Are you when you get on probation? Are you on it for the rest of the year?
You're on it for the remainder of the quarter you're in and the entire next quarter. So I actually got on probation the very first Friday of the early fall start program, which is before the first quarter even started, which means that I got probably the middle of August, which was when we started, until March, which is when because I played a board game and drank a bottle of wine, like a middle-aged couple. But so warning to all the people who are planning on consuming alcohol. Don't get caught with it. Please be smart about it. And the thing is, I feel bad saying this, but I feel like a lot of the people who get caught from drinking in their dorms kind of deserve it because they're being dumb about it. I think it's very easy to avoid it. You know, keep a low profile, stay in your dorm.
They know that it's there. Everyone knows that it's there.
Everyone knows that it's there.
there.
You have to do some extra level of
It's
dumb
like you want-
fuckery
you
to
want to-
actually
you want
get
to be
caught
caught.
with it. Yeah.
I think you need one sober person there at
At
all
least,
times.
at
At all
least.
times, just in case, like, because you need one like person that has the right mindset.
Yeah.
Be like, hey guys, let's not burn the
Mhm.
place down or something.
Oh, regardless, I don't want to incriminate anybody here. I think that's
Yeah.
as close to the line as we can get.
Yeah. I went home the last weekend and I saw my friend at Stanford and I hung out with them in their dorms and they were doing it. It's so much better the way they do it there. If you want to drink, you tell the RA that you're drinking in your room and you just have to leave the door open.
Huh.
And you're allowed, because it's way safer that way if you think about it. The RAs
Yeah.
know that either way kids are gonna drink.
Oh yeah, but
Mhm.
that way the kids
Regardless.
don't get like hurt.
Yeah, no one gets. Everyone's just safer that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like people are gonna drink regardless. You might as well let the RA know and they're okay with it and you leave the door open. It's so much smarter that way.
And the Husky experience should introduce this idea to UW.
I think the reason that Stanford can do it is because they're a private institution. This
Yeah.
is public, so we can do it.
Mhm.
here. Yeah.
Against.
Now, Reuben, with your probation stuff, you
With
had
my
to go to a couple meetings.
Oh yeah. So, so an interesting thing about when you get caught with alcohol is you have to go to an alcohol skills training class, and I don't disagree with the class. I think it's actually really well made. I mean, they encouraged us to drink at the first session. Like the first time they gave us a little chart and it says keep track of how much you drank, and then tomorrow, like next week when we come back, we're gonna like analyze all the data and see who got really drunk, and like they expect us to just self-report this kind of stuff. But
They arrest you on the spot.
so like I don't have a problem with it. I think it's pretty informative, but the way that they do it, oh my gosh, the psychology building of our school. They did a research project kind of a bit ago, and they built a laboratory that's identical to a bar. You know, it has Miller Lite posters everywhere. It's got a big mirror in the back. It has, bottles of, like, Svedka that are full of water. And they did this really interesting experiment where they actually gave people water and told them it was alcohol. And they were like, oh, we're fucked up, cool. And they gave people what they said was alcohol. Or they gave people what they said was water, but it turned out to actually be alcohol, and they got all depressed and in their feels, right? So that's what the laboratory was for, but they also use it for their alcohol skills training class. So while they're telling you to, keep track and, not really drink because you shouldn't be doing that, they have, Coors Light posters on almost every wall has a different type of, light shitty beer poster. Yeah. And, the mirror behind the bar is actually two-way glass, and there's a door next to it, and they, let us go in and see all the stuff in there. So props to UW for having a creative alcohol skills training workshop. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before.
And you've seen a lot of them.
Yeah. Something new I learned recently.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently when you get drunk, the way you act when you're drunk is based on how you think people act when they're drunk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So if you think people get sad all the time, you're going to end up being sad when you're drunk.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know that so now I'm thinking what if I just think I'm a super people get super rowdy? Does that mean I'm going to become super rowdy when I'm drunk?
Mm-hmm. Well, it actually, just repeating the stuff that UW indoctrinated me to believe.
we are rerolling.
Made me believe is so it actually has to do a lot with the environment that you're in. Right, if you go to a party and you get drunk, it's going to be different than if you were doing it in your dorm with your friend, right? Because it's all about the expectation that you have going into it. So that's a cool thing. Drink responsibly.
Yeah, drink with friends. Don't go to parties.
I don't even know. You do you.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
And right on back to you with another one on the
Whoa!
list. The Reuben Chica update.
Oh my God.
Per request of our editor, I presume, right? Is that
Indeed, yes.
I feel like it might flow better if we do someone else's thing and then you come back to me.
Yeah.
We can do the question that.
A lot of gas.
Yeah.
I also have fan questions here. So I got mine up right here.
All right, you go for it.
All right. Can I just say who it's from? Because it's from
We'll just say our editor.
our editor sent this in. Let's see. I'll just read a word for word. I haven't read this before. All right, here's the sitch. Your child is dying.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yes.
The only way you can save them is by killing someone in the next 7 hours. What do you do? Who do you kill? Would you kill anyone? Some of the most popular options are killing prisoners. Consider those in prison when they are innocent, or dying cancer patients. Consider ones who might get cured. Personally, I can't act or think well when I'm nervous, so I'd probably just run over the first person I'd see, or just kill myself.
Question. what time of day is it? No, this is actually really important. What time of day is it?
It is not specified. I think it is up to interpretation.
Okay, if it was like
Well, let's assume. So, when would you typically be notified that your child was dying? Most likely
afternoon, probably.
afternoon. Yeah. After.
So
the day
I have
is
7
tested.
hours.
Yeah.
I wait till 12 o'clock. Go out in the street.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait till 12 o'clock. Go out in the street. Find the nearest person that looks like absolutely miserable. Make sure there's no cameras around. And fucking beat the shit out of them.
That's what Chad wants to do. Though.
Yeah, Chad just wants an excuse to.
No,
punch the
but,
shit out of
like,
someone.
Make sure you don't hurt your back.
Yeah. No, but like, I'd rather kill a stranger than kill my kid.
No way.
Yeah, but like, there's like the thing. It's like, oh, you should value all human life. It's like, no, I'm gonna
Fuck that
value
shit.
my kid before I value.
Mhm.
Obviously.
Is there anyone arguing that you should value a stranger's life
Yeah,
more
exactly.
than your kid?
No, there's like people that are like, oh, you shouldn't. You know, like the thing, like the 5 people on a train
Yeah, the
cart,
trolley thing, yeah.
or like someone you know, or like 5 strangers. They're like, oh, it's more lives. You should value
Yeah,
that. Well,
and
no,
then-
it's like I know this person. I'm gonna kill 5 people to keep this person around.
Yeah, but this is 1 for 1, so it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
absolutely no brainer.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I have a question.
Hi.
Does like the pressure of society of you being named a Chad pump you into like this living at the IMA?
Actually,
there's
this was
just
the greatest question I've
He
ever
says
heard.
it so we don't have to.
yeah, there's a story behind it. So, middle school to freshman year of high school, I was the fattest kid. Like, you could push me down a hill and I'd be like a boulder rolling down.
I believe that.
Yeah, so
You eat a lot of food.
Yeah, fair.
I believe
But
that.
like,
Everyone's like,
yeah. So sophomore year, I got in and I was like, I just felt good doing it, so I stuck with it. And then eventually, like, spending 30 minutes went into spending an hour, and then spending an hour went into an hour and 30.
When
hour and
spending your
30.
entire life at the IMA.
Hour and 30 went into 2 hours, and then like during the summertime when I'm completely free, I spend like 3 hours at a time.
But what do you do? It's impossible to even stay there for 3 hours.
You want to do my program with me one day?
Maybe one day. One day down the line.
There was
220. That's what I'm saying.
Here's an example. For push day, so you do 5x5 for bench press, 5x5 for incline bench, 5x5 for decline.
I did this
bench.
with him and I wanted to fucking kill myself.
And then you do upper cable flies for 4x8. Then you switch to shoulders, overhead press 5x5, dumbbell
So
press.
if I do this thing of yours, I'm gonna become like ripped.
Depends on your diet. Everything's.
That's
Whatever
something
center
I've
table
noticed is
has.
that a lot of the guys that I know that work out more and tend to be like, more jacked, they actually used to be fatter kids.
No.
I used to be completely
no,
overweight.
because you
then I
have that
started
drive
Yeah.
to not go back to where you were.
And you have the necessity to eat a lot but
Yeah.
still be fit, and that's the only way
Yeah.
that you can get big.
Because I
Yeah.
eat a shit ton of food.
Yep.
If I don't go and like work out or something, then I'm just gonna be like a blob again,
Mhm.
and I don't want to go back to that lifestyle.
But you wanna keep eating a shit ton of food.
exactly.
But
So I just
Only one
I
way to
get-
do
I
it.
only
get
one
it.
way to do it.
Yeah.
Just kill yourself at the gym every day.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. You said you had a fan question, Luke.
yes,
Do you wanna
just
do
had
that?
it. And
Don't you have all those
Wait,
voice
I
memos
wanna
from
do
how
Yeah,
long
that
ago?
with you one day.
voice memo.
I'll come with one day.
all right,
Yeah.
here. Honestly, I remember.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I know it's
For
not
most
fun.
people.
All right, this is
That was
coming.
disgusting.
This is coming in from Rhode Island,
I really
actually.
hate being
Are you
such a
serious?
joke,
Yeah,
to be honest.
from my. I don't know how she's her relationship with my friend, but she's friends with my friend from at Brown University College. I don't know. And it's a voice memo, so we'll edit it in. Like, I'll play it here, but then it'll be like the actual edited version in.
Is this a lady? Holy shit.
Shoot, wait.
So we can't start over, we gotta keep it raw. Alright, I'll come up with one. My question for the Husky experience is, if you stumble across a clump of hair in the shower and you notice it, it's not yours. Is it your responsibility to clean it up for the next person?
Also, do you guys pluck your nose hairs?
Oh yeah, if you have an especially long nose hair, do you pluck it out? Some of us do, some of us don't.
What the fuck shower does she live in?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna
Shower
answer the
first,
first one.
shower
So at my house, back in Rhode Island, approximately 30 minutes from Brown University, I share a shower with my dad and my sister, and my mom gets her own for some reason. I don't know. But there's always fucking hair in the little in the drain. And, like, I just can't stand it because it'll clog the drain and then it'll turn into, like, a bath. And I'm just standing in, like, an inch of water. And it's disgusting. So I do take it upon myself to use my sister's little razor that she leaves in the shower because I know it's her fucking hair. Fuck you, Bridget. And I use that and take the hair out and I put it on the side. And then she doesn't know any better and continues to use that razor to this day. So, yeah, that's my answer.
See, I don't like that. If it's not me that created the mess, I'm not gonna clean the mess.
See, but the mess is affecting me in that situation.
I will. No. I am so petty. I will like go through that. I will go in like a bathtub and like shower in there and like let it drain for like the next hour just so that person has to clean up their mess.
The thing about the hair is that hair is like unique to every person, right? I would be able to tell Chad's hair in a bathtub in an instant, right?
Obviously.
And it's like it's so easy to like pick out.
But you're not gonna tell my hair from yours, maybe from his, but like let's say. Yeah,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying.
We all
So,
have lighter hair.
you know, if you're sharing a bathroom with like less than 3 people, it's going to be pretty obvious whose hair it is, and you can point a finger and say, "You have to clean this up." You know, purple-haired looking bathtub.
I got my own bath. I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, this man lives in a single. Like it's
Nice.
savage.
You live in a single? What?
It's nice.
Which building are you in?
Lander.
Incrimination right there.
What? Not really at all.
Yeah.
Now we know where he lives.
We go get him,
Anyways.
folks.
Yeah, go ahead. Good luck finding me amongst like the 500.
Also,
other
if you
rooms.
try and get Chad, you're gonna die. So, like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay, you guys. Every single podcast, you put me out as this like brute.
You're
You're
probably
fucking
more likely
scary,
to find
bro.
him at the IMA than in London, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm that scary looking.
I don't know.
Chad turns out to be the most sophisticated out of all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, no, he is.
I mean, I've met Pat. I think I am.
Yeah, that's true. But still, though, like, I don't want to piss you off. I feel like you'll just kill me. Which I know you wouldn't do, because I've tested this man. I've pushed him to the edge, and he's not killed me yet.
There's one line that he can cross where I might get really mad. And
It's most
he knows
likely
where that line is.
About his girlfriend. I can't mention her, otherwise he'll kill me.
That
So
was-
I don't.
So in a previous podcast, they were telling the story about how I flipped him and put him in a rear
Mhm.
naked.
Yeah.
That was when he said something about my girlfriend.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think it was.
No, that was because you just
It was-
wanted to test it on
yeah,
someone.
it
Oh
was
yeah, no,
about-
that was something. It was something before that where I was like really close to doing it. It was on Cole.
Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
Cole. It was on.
Never mind.
Cole's my roommate, so we can say his name. He
Yeah.
doesn't watch this because he's a stupid idiot roommate.
Dummy
Dummy face.
He's better than some roommates.
Dummy doo-doo head.
Better than your roommate?
Oh
Yeah,
no, my
you're-
roommate's so quiet and nice.
You shouldn't talk. You don't have one.
Yeah, he never comes in late. The shower's always open when I need to use it.
And then what was the other? Oh yeah, nose hair. I've never plucked a nose hair ever.
Yeah, no, neither have I.
Neither have I.
Stupid question.
I never had to.
Did you dye your
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah. My friend goes to Brown. I thought by some coincidence that was going to be her on that, but it's not. That would have been insane.
Well,
actually.
it's Brown in Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's super close to where I went to high school. But, what else do we got? Reuben Chica update. We're coming right back to
Okay.
you.
Yeah, so I still have a girlfriend. It's still awesome. It's actually interesting. Like, you like I thought that I hadn't been in a hold on. You know, I haven't been in a relationship since sophomore year.
It's nice.
And it is nice. Like, I was afraid that I would lose interest after a small, like an amount of time, and I thought that I would be like, oh, well, okay, this is cool. Now I'm out. But no, that's not how it works. You get more into them. It's insane. Monogamy does weird things. Let me tell you, this little fella called oxytocin. You spend more time with someone, you like them more.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works, but it does. And like, oh, okay. Here's an update situation. It actually kind of goes along with what you were talking about and being intimidated by people. So there's a lot of guys that hang out in my girlfriend's dorm, right? Her roommate has lots of dude friends, and they all come out. It's a party dorm, right? It happens all the time.
Well, not anymore, but.
So one time these dudes, right? They made a bet with her roommate, which was that if she got below a 50 on this chem exam that she had to take, then she would have to do like a strip dance for them. right? That was the bet that they had going. And if she got more than that, then they had to give her like $50 or something like that. I don't remember what it was exactly. But one of them was like joking around, and they were like, haha, you know, like you're talking about my girlfriend. They were like, she has to do it too. And then I got caught wind of it. Someone told me about it later. The same group of guys, like next day, right? They're making cookies in a lounge, right? I just walk in there and I'm like, oh God, which of you fuckers asked my girlfriend to do a strip dance for you? And the amount of cookies that these guys had to give me. Wait, okay. I got the whole batch of cookies.
Okay. No, but you don't understand, because this will make you irrationally mad.
It will.
Yeah, like
it will.
The amount of anger, like it's not like screaming anger. It's like built up. It's like a pressure cooker.
For me, it wasn't even that I was angry. It was just like I've never been in the right before and actually trying to be like up in someone's face.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Intimidating.
It gives you that.
And there's
like, little
no
push.
better feeling than just being a complete fucking douche to someone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's when you're built like either of you three. You know? Like,
Yeah.
for us, like it's not. Yeah.
That's I guess that's one of the perks of going to the gym is that like if you're ever legitimately in the right, which is a rare
that was-
thing,
that was
but if
good.
you are, then you can get free cookies, my friend.
No, but like, you don't want to be the guy that made the boyfriend really mad at you because you did something stupid to the girlfriend.
Especially if that boyfriend is Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Respect women.
Respect women.
Or
Third
Evan.
favorite hobby.
I wouldn't want to make Evan mad. He'd like come at me with a bunch of memes.
Some ferocious memes.
I already do that.
You do already do that.
A vicious fate.
Or Joey may shun you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Joey's threat.
yeah.
Joey goes, Jack, stop testing me. I will shun you.
And it works every time.
Yeah, it does. Jack falls for it.
It does work.
All right. I don't know if we're gonna have time for both music picks
I think
and
we do KSI.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about KSI versus Logan
Jack,
Paul.
go.
Jack, first, do you want to give background?
It's KSI.
Do you want to give background on the fight and who they are and stuff?
So,
I like Logan Paul.
KSI, also known as JJ, right? Also known as Olajide, okay? British YouTuber from Watford, right? Originally from Nigeria, I guess. I guess, I don't know, right? So, I'm sure everyone knows this by now, like his boxing thing with Logan Paul or whatever, right? So, like, they had the boxing fight, first time in the UK. It was a majority draw, which everyone thought was like a bit like stitched up so they can have another one.
It was fixed.
Especially since they made shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you actually go back and watch it, it's like, it is actually like, they're both really shit at boxing, honestly. Even they know it. Right, so finally, everyone thought it's never gonna happen again, and it seemed like, oh yeah, that's what made everyone also feel like, because it took like a year and 4 months, I think, for the rematch to happen. That's why everyone thought like, oh yeah, of course it's gonna be a draw the first time, and it's never gonna happen again. And it's all some bullshit. And each team said, oh, it's their team that doesn't want to fix it. But suddenly, Mr. Eddie Hearn came through, and he just made it happen. Eddie Hearn's a boxing promoter, right? So he made it happen, and like suddenly, like out of nowhere, it's like in 2 months we're having the fight, you know? It's like everyone's been waiting for it. It's like, yes, it's going down, you know? I've been waiting so, for context, I've been watching KSI since I was a little kid, so it feels like, you know, it's like your little, like, I don't know, like your friend or like someone, your idol or someone, right? And I know it sounds dumb, right? It's just a YouTuber, right? But I'm sure you guys like have that one person like you look up to, or like you always watch.
Trenton Irwin.
Robert Downey Jr.
Sure. Okay. But it's different because you only see Robert Downey Jr. like a couple movies a year, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now
Like
he-
new movies.
I totally don't watch it like on repeat.
No, the same content. I mean, like new content every how often.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
Right?
Like,
But like with YouTubers, it's like every week at least a couple times. It's new content, different stuff. So you feel like you're like, especially with vloggers, you feel like you're like, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so fast forward, fight happens, KSI wins. That's it.
Evan, what are your thoughts?
You know, Logan Paul tried to swing it the other way. There was a part in the match where, you know, they're going at it. KSI kind of goes down, or well, he does go
Uppercut.
down, and then Logan Paul was hitting him while he was down, and he got 2 points off. And, you know, Mr. Paul tried to say that was the
Mr. Paul.
reason he lost, but, you know,
But you don't hit a man when he's down,
indeed.
except like you're one of them. You're probably
Yeah.
you don't won't stop hitting.
Get as many.
Yeah,
Moral of the
that's
story,
especially
don't mess with Reuben or Chad.
that's
Yeah.
especially when you want to hit them.
No, but like, I saw like some clip of this, and he was like, Logan Paul was saying, "Oh, it's because I
Yeah.
was sick," Like, don't
This fucker.
excuse that.
Honestly, like fuck him. Honestly, like
I'm not saying that, but like,
no, I actually like him. I like him. Like you have to give him respect. Like kudos for him. Like actually stepping into the fucking
get a
ring.
fat uppercut one of the.
Yeah. Honestly, he was a better boxer that night, right? Like I think overall he knows how to box way better than KSI can. But like
Points wise, he lost.
yeah, it's a sport at the end of the day.
I got another thing.
It's just like the Patriots. Like they cheated, but they win. It's okay.
Oh, I love.
And with that, we're gonna end.
No.
Like they
Alright.
deflate footballs here and there.
All right. I don't want to get into that.
We're almost at the end of the roll anyway.
Yeah,
I think we might
almost.
wrap it up.
No, one more thing. Your shirt has reminded me. The Seattle Sounders. have
Yeah,
won.
shout out Seattle Sounders.
They won the whatever the fuck it is.
The MLS championship.
MLS championship.
And honestly, none of us
cares.
even
And no
watched.
one really cares because
Yeah.
we don't care about
No,
soccer.
but it's our team, so we're like, yeah.
I mean,
It's our team, so yeah.
I love soccer big time, right?
But not MLS.
But I still don't give a shit.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's
Yeah.
MLS.
When
I
you
like
have-
soccer too,
yeah,
but
that doesn't
MLS.
make sense.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about. It's gonna wrap
If
it
you
up.
see Chad and you go to UW, give him some love.
Yeah, you'll most likely find him at the IMA. Probably, he's the guy with all of the plates.
Not that strong.
We love Chad.
We
Is the
love
point.
Chad.
We love Chad.
So next time we see you guys, we should be doing a little special episode with some of the hockey guys, some of my
Send in your questions.
my teammates.
Send in your
Send
questions.
some questions. It's gonna be quite
The Husky
rowdy.
What
Experience at
episode is
gmail.com.
this?
This is episode
6.
6. So thanks
We-
for joining us.
From now on, we start a new tradition, okay? Every time before we end it off, we say what we're grateful for today. This is what me and my roommates do before we go to sleep, and I get some interesting responses sometimes. The other day, Jun told me he's grateful that he didn't get hit by a bus on our way back home.
I'm grateful for Playboy Cardi, as Finch would say.
That's what would say. Shabbat shalom.
Let's do Pat first.
Fuck. I am grateful for this wonderful podcast and this wonderful group of folks.
My God.
Probably the sperm bank.
Hold on, go to chat. I'll come back to me.
White.
Why would we go this
Yeah,
way?
what would we
Oh.
do, Jack?
I'm grateful that I didn't get documented with the rest of my floor.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I'm grateful I didn't get documented yet.
Hey.
I'm grateful that this EDM artist I like called Madian dropped an album on Thursday night, and it's fire. God damn it.
I'll go along with that. I'm grateful for Billie Eilish came out with a new single, and there's this one group chat I have that's so hype about it, and it was a really good song, so I liked it.
And that is all from
Peace
us.
out.
Peace out.
The
That has been the
notes.
Husky Experience.
Sorry, Chad.
Woo!
Regular ass guys.
Yes.
Regular ass thing.